Good morning. It's brew day.
What's going on, all you homebrewers and wannabes? My name's Kyle, and this is Brew Ü. On this channel, I'm going to be brewing beer at home and share the process with all of you. In this episode, I'm going to be brewing up a batch of Ü Ep1. That's a recipe from Great Fermentations. Enjoy. Alright, so this is episode 1, part 2 of Brew Ü. We're still doing the Ü Ep1, but right now what I'm going to show you is the bottling of it, the secondary fermentation, and we're going to do a taste test, though not exactly in that order. Anyway, you'll see. Have a good time. What's going on, everybody? It's been about 6 days since we started the primary fermentation, so what we're going to do now is go into the secondary fermentation, which basically means taking everything that we put in this first carboy and putting it into this second carboy, the empty one, because it's empty. What that's going to do, it's going to let all the dead yeast that's already kind of been sitting in there, it's going to separate it out, and it's going to transfer the now half beer and the rest of the live yeast into the secondary fermenter, so that the yeast that's in there that's already dead isn't gonna give it any kind of gunky flavor. All right. Some people like it. A lot of times when you open up a beer, especially at the smaller microbreweries and craft places, you'll have like a kind of a fruity or banana type flavor. That's just yeast guts, right? Some people like it. I'm okay with it either way. What we're trying to do is filter a little bit of that out just so that it's not quite as strong. Anyway, so I'm going to use this little piping here and transfer everything out. So hopefully it goes well. Time to bottle. So we got everything good and sanitized for you. This is what we're going to be working with. This is what it looks like after the secondary fermentation. It's got that nice little layer of yeast there. It means it's been working while we were gone. This is my little bottle setup. Make it a little bit easier for me to get to them when they're all together like that. And hopefully these are just going to be extra. We're not going to need them, but I went ahead and sanitized them anyway. We'll see what we got. All right, guys. It's time for the taste test. Now, in the big boy bottle here, we got the Ü Ep1. Look at that. Look at that foam. It's already coming up. So you know the carbonation's good. That's alright. And because it's a Bock, I'm going to be doing a taste test comparing it to a couple other brands of Bock that you can buy in the store. This one is Shiner Bock. I think they make it in Texas. And this is Amber Bock, made by Michelob Company in, where does it say? Missouri, St. Louis. Alright. So let's go ahead and see how they all pour. So that's not too bad. Sort of what I would expect from each one. Alright, so this one is going to be a little bit cloudier than the other two compared, because both of these, see how they're a little bit clearer? They're both filtered. We didn't go through any kind of filtering, so we've still got all the yeast and cloudiness in there for the left over from the carbonation. This one keeps the foam a little bit better than the other two, but that's just the aesthetics. Let's go ahead and find out how they taste, huh? And that's Michelob Amberbach. It's pretty good. You can definitely tell it's a little bit lighter. It's a little bit crisper. The flavor's still there. It still tastes like a Bock, but it's definitely it's a little bit lighter, a little bit smoother. Kind of like kind of goes down a little bit like a light beer almost. Yeah, it's just not as heavy as some other of these beers. That's not bad. This is usually what I like to get when I'm getting a Bock. It's kind of everything that you would imagine a Bock type beer tasting like. You know, it's pretty rich in flavor. It's not hoppy at all. Zero bitterness. It still tastes like beer, but it's got a little bit deeper flavor. You get a little bit of those more caramely notes. Okay. Well, it has a little bit of a fruity taste. It's definitely darker, richer, a little bit more of a heavy flavor, I think. That's how I would describe it. Let's go ahead and compare it again. Yeah, that's it's definitely Amberbach, but the Shinerbach I think is a little bit more flavorful than the Amberbach. But I think this stuff that we made, we made, I'll give you some credit. It's got a lot more flavor. It's really not bad. I like it a lot. I'd probably make this again sometime in the future. Would I buy it in a store? Yeah, I think so. I'm not going to anytime soon. But if I was in the mood for a Bock, yeah, I'd probably want to buy this, pay money for it. So why not make it? That's why I'm doing this, right? Okay, so I think the clear winner is Albie Bock. This is the stuff that I made. I got it from my local brew shop. Shout out to Great Fermentations of Indianapolis. You are awesome. That's where I go for all of my brewing supplies, and it's a pretty cool place just to go and check out, you know, all the different things that they've got. Anyway, if you have any ideas about what I should brew next, if you have any questions about the brewing process, this is a learning experience for me too. If you have any ideas about what kind of things you want to see on this channel, go ahead and leave them down in the comments section below, and I will see you guys next time, whenever I decide that is.